on the porch. You've been working twice as hard for something you already got. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Friends are coming through the door. Wheels are spinning on the floor. We don't know what we don't know. That's the only way to grow. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. What you're looking for is in your hand, been there all along. Pour another cup and pull a chair. Sing along. Another orange morning, it's time to show. Another orange morning, it's time to grow. Another orange morning, let the updates flow. Another orange morning, you already know. Hey! Hey!
Good morning, HubSpot Nation. Welcome to another Orange Morning. It is Tuesday, August 25th, 2026. Happy Tuesday, Casey, Ryan. So good to see you today.
Happy Tuesday.
Before I forget, like I always do, big announcement coming at the end of today's show. So stay tuned. Worth the stay. But looking at my update screen today, there is some spicy stuff on here, and I would love to just dive right in if that's okay with you guys.
Let's roll with it. We have a lot to cover today.
Yeah. And for some reason, Casey's just wants to talk about AI. She has AI in her search filter.
Oh, that's my problem.
Yeah.
You see?
All right.
That's it.
Now, let's start with what your screen says. And then there might be stuff as you scroll down. But how about advanced blog creation from Breeze Assistant, powered by Content Agent? What is it? You can now create blog posts directly from the blog's page using Breeze Assistant, powered by Content Agent.
Why does it matter? AI guides you from an initial topic, brief, or existing web page to an outline and complete draft, making it easier to get started and develop content aligned with your goals. Participating in beta.
Anybody want to take a guess on why I feel like this is a spicy update?
Well, Assistant. Well, one thing I'm curious about, okay, so this feature is available for Content Hub Professional, Content Hub Enterprise, and Marketing Hub Enterprise plans. This kind of exists in other places. I know this update is saying like now you can do it from Breeze Assistant itself, versus previously you'd be able to do this from Content Hub if in some ways. The AEO tool is the place I would have thought to do this already, like with one click. But I am a little curious about how this will go. I'm optimistic because some of those other places you could generate blogs asked for less context, like being able to do it in Breeze Assistant, you'll be able to have a conversation. I mean, I write blogs using Claude every day. Um, I give it some dialogue, somewhere to go, and then that's how I write a blog. Anyway.
A good assessment of the value
I don't think
of this
I
update.
answered your question.
Any thoughts, Ryan, on why this could be a spicy update?
Oh man, like this is a side of the product that I'm just not familiar with at all. The only spiciness for me is like how much it's going into the agentic part of the CRM and credits. Like I just look at credits, the spiciest part of this.
Yes, we spent almost the whole show yesterday talking about credits, and one of the specific things we highlighted is Breeze Assistant does not cost credits. And like, I mean, is it a great job? Are they like, oh man, advanced blog creation from Breeze Assistant, free until it's powered by Content Agent, not free. And actually the most expensive thing you can do credits wise in HubSpot right now, 1,000 credits.
Oh, 1,000 to create one blog, 1,000 credits.
Yes. And so that's why I think this is spicy. Looks like there's a clear break, but it's kind of like, man, once you get the taste, like, oh, you want to go over and to do it with Content Agent now? Yeah, you want to finish this conversation that you started with Breeze Assistant. So Breeze Assistant opens, prompt Breeze Assistant on your desired topic, audience, format, and goal. Then Content Agent guides you. I just want, like, it would be nice if they didn't make it so challenging to explain these concepts to everybody. But I know that, yeah, they've got to figure out this credit situation and understand the usage patterns while trying to drive folks through a currently free aspect of the platform, which is Breeze Assistant. I
feel like the spiciest take for me right now is like Casey said it right on the call. I use Claude to write blogs. She pays a subscription, and that subscription is, fixed fee and pretty much unlimited for the most part. What would need to be true for you to shift entirely over to Breeze Assistant for blog creation, knowing it will deduct your credits at 1,000 credits per set? Like, how much better does the experience need to be? How much more capable does it need to be? How much more integrated does it need to be for that to be true?
That's fair. I mean, yeah, so I pay $100 a month for Claude. I mean, in theory, this is going to actually create the blog on the page itself versus what I would do right now, which right now I actually ask Claude to produce the code that I paste in, the source code that I paste into the content block. So it's pretty quick for me the way I have it set up. But to be fair to your point, like if the blog just popped up and like existed, that surely would be a considerably better experience if you're using HubSpot CMS and HubSpot blog.
It made that sound 100% worth it. Boop, boop, boop. And then like that's worth all the money.
Indeed.
But I don't know.
I mean, it's another spot where if your process is in HubSpot and you're doing enough in HubSpot, like Content Remix has always kind of had this value prop of, even though it wasn't super great in the beginning, having all of the things take you right to the tool in HubSpot to publish social, to publish the landing page, to publish and edit wherever you land, so that you're not having to manage those things in the LLM tool or Content Remix itself. The thing designed for AI support, it would take you kind of like here, you're starting the conversation in Breeze Assistant, the thing built for conversations. And then once you get to a certain point, it takes you over to the content agent experience to actually draft a blog in a very structured way. And that starts to make more sense when you can click publish at the end, and that whole experience is integrated with the rest of HubSpot and your campaigns and all the stuff you would normally be doing. And then you're like, all right, Breeze, blog's done. Let's do social post. Let's send it out via email. Let's do all these other things that we have set up in HubSpot. Let's make an email draft for the sales team. Like all of these things that if all of the process lives in HubSpot, then it starts to make like that 1,000 credits can activate the whole GTM.
Right.
You know, that's when it starts to make sense. The 1,000 credits, I think, came from the AEO tool, which again, if you have that on the front end working for you, where they gave this great suggestion and it's just laser focused on getting great results, like front to back, that's when I think it starts to make sense.
It's really something else. It's really like the way that you framed it. Also, like there is a whole element of the HubSpot, like, because I focus a lot on post-sale stuff, right? Customers already here, we now need to manage the relationship. This, like your experience, both of you have a lot of knowledge and depth on the other, like in the earlier stages of that, of what it really takes to create demand, create interest, drive visitors, right? And all of that is content driven. And so it's $10, right? So 1,000 credits is $10. Is that the math?
Yes.
Yep.
So if I'm paying, because I did the math. So if I'm paying $100 for Claude a month, if I was making 10 blogs through this, like then the cost basically evens out. I also have some credits built into my subscription. So there's some other, but like for easy math, like 10. The other like obvious thing is I use Claude for more than blogs.
Right. Yeah.
So when we talk, I mean, I don't know. I think, Chris, you were talking a lot about AI ROI the other week. I think having these different models makes it kind of, the pricing models, I mean, makes it difficult to cost evaluate, because right now I'm paying $100 for Claude. I do a lot. I don't hit my limits. Like I have limits, I don't hit them. So that's just not a problem for me. I do all of my AI work there within $100. So when we start to talk about like these credits in HubSpot, for me, it's like, well, sure, I could do 10 blogs for the same cost, which I'm doing fewer than 10 blogs, but I'm also doing all this other stuff. And where does that fit in? It just gets complicated.
Layer on MC,
and that's the part. Like, it doesn't have to be so complicated, I think. And like but it won't stop being complicated until we remove the silos. Like, because even if you want to generate articles with the help of AI, like this 1,000 credits versus knowledge base article is 200 credits. Like most teams would benefit from the 200 credits, like in a big way. And then it's like, how far away is that from creating the blog article in terms of using context and all the stuff that you would be using to create the blog as well, right? And so I think it takes us to a space where it's like, create this customer facing thing for X amount of credits. It doesn't matter what the customer facing thing is, because I don't know how you would again, without all the AEO stuff, like how do you justify 1,000 credits versus 200 credits, right? For an article that you want to add value to the sales team or post on social or things like that. So it'd be be interesting to see how that plays out. Now, I really want to see if this is on your list. If you could scroll down. It is not. Maybe because you're in it.
Oh, is this the lookup?
Yes.
I do. I know what you're talking about. I got an email.
Right. So because we are signed up, I just want to get that out of the way so we can let Ryan move on with his day.
You just want to ruin Ryan's day so it can go.
I want Ryan to be aware. Okay. Beta closing.
That was
Associations as lookup properties.
That's so funny.
What's changing? We've heard the feedback loud and clear that lookup properties can be powerful tools to help connect your data and ensure data quality. This first release didn't get it quite right. And instead of leaving you with a number of gaps, we're taking the time to roll this back and build the system and experience so that it can effectively meet your needs.
Why does it matter? Oh, go ahead. I don't know. Why does it matter? Our first iteration required that lookup properties be coupled with custom one-to-one association labels. We want this functionality to be available and useful for all HubSpot customers, regardless of if they're using labels. If you'd like to give us input on how the system would ideally work, please fill out this survey. I had actually sent the team, the lookup property team, an email last week with a couple of limitations that I had run into. And they replied and they were like, hey, Casey, we're actually shutting this down. Here's a place to book time with us, which is funny because I had that email unread. Like I just was going to deal with it this week. And then yesterday I got the email from them that I saw the like official email of them shutting down before I even read the other one. But disappointing.
Heaven forbid we ask customers to use association labels.
To be fair, my feedback was not actually around association labels. It was around other functionality. So I think that was probably one and maybe the biggest pain point that people were having.
Since they call it out here, I'm going to assume that. Yeah.
But it was also custom association labels. I think a lot of people are using like the native association labels, mostly because they don't know how to set up association labels probably, or like,
well, I don't even know what it's a thing. Like there's a default that's just sitting in the background. But the moment you try to do anything with associations, it almost always involves understanding that it is a different ID, at least, right? It catches a lot of devs outside of HubSpot like off guard, and I've seen communications where it's like people are talking past each other because they don't understand what association labels are. And even if it's like can we get to a point where it's like there is some like label, like if it's associated, there is a label, even if it's like default or primary or whatever, right? Like just to better show that there's a relationship and it has its own kind of designation and the way that you need to use things like lookup properties. Like, of course, it does. Maybe that's just me, Ryan.
No, I've always actually, like when association labels came out originally, I think like there's many portals that I worked in where I probably got like the recommended association labels like wrong, just because like I thought it would solve a specific problem, but it's core to how your business operates. Like it needs to be an intentional decision on how your team uses association labels. If you don't have that conversation and it's not adopted at the organizational level, right, then no lookup property is going to solve any bad behavior or like misunderstanding, right? So I didn't get a chance to even look at how it was built. So Casey, like when you created the property, like did it force you in a path of you have to define a association label when that property is like when it's created? So let's call it billing contact as a primary example. You have like it could only ever be a billing contact association.
Yes.
Got it. And so you didn't actually get the chance to choose, like, well, I mean, you get to choose on the right sidebar right now, and like that's also rarely used. So anyway, I hope they come back with a better feature. But if you need to get your data model right and you need to understand how to use association labels, like that's a better conversation. Let's do that.
Yeah, like reducing, like in this world where we can use AI to do anything to help us be more human, like asking the reps to just understand relationships of records, like activates the rest of HubSpot often when like whether it's visibility and reporting, various filters and lenses that everybody wants, or automations, and now agents asking agents to do stuff for you. Like the relationships of the records are paramount. And if the reps can just focus on that, which gets very easy once you put like unified customer views together, like it's not as arduous as everybody thinks based on how association labels have worked previously.
I think it's a UI limitation personally. Like I think people get it, but I think the whole experience of associating the contact and then choosing the label, right? Waiting for that whole experience, like it is not optimized for teams. So I think you brought up, I think like Chris, you built a PDF record generator, right? The other day. There is an opportunity to create a UI extension in this moment that provides a better UI surface to help reps define relationships that play into like the complexity of association labels in the back end. Like if you could see all contacts on a deal record, right, that were related to the company of that. So it's like deal record, show me all the contacts of the associated company. Now pick and choose how all the contact relationships exist in like a very like click and click save, and that then pushes the labels. So I think it could be like a UI limitation.
Yeah. Yep. Just to show like what it looks like. So we're on a value entry record here. And when we did it live on the show, it was like which account received value, like based on this value entry. And then this was like the list of, it's a drop down.
You only got the domain of the company?
Those are companies that don't have names. So
company names, right?
Okay.
So like I could see unified support solutions, right? And this is like, again, design this well, and it solves a lot of these arduous feeling problems because here, no account associated.
Oh, it doesn't build the relationship? Oh, there it goes. Okay.
It does.
But
right?
Not, yeah.
With the label, which is when you're doing stuff over here, you don't have to care about the labels, right? But let us care about the labels everywhere else because we need them. We need them to do stuff, right? So
they're very, very important.
Yeah, and I'll let Casey share again since Claude's deciding to debug some stuff on my browser as we're live.
Good timing.
Like, just to add, like, really quickly, like, association labels, like, once they're done correctly, the amount of other capabilities that are enabled for, like, sync properties and workflows and automated associations, like, all of that becomes activated because you can then isolate the specific record that you want to pull values from or filter for or display or connect. So it really becomes a like, if it's not done, you're kind of limited in a whole feature set, I think, that's nested underneath that not a lot of people get to use.
Yeah, we can filter index page now based on associations.
Little cards, record cards. So if you wanted just contacts of all, like, billing contacts, anyone with that could be just filtered to the list of billing contacts. Roll-up properties, leverage those. Calculated properties, use those. It's pretty important.
Yep.
It doesn't matter.
All right. Let's go for yours, Casey.
Rule insights for building scores.
What is it? You can now view insights for every scoring rule across your contacts, companies, and deals, such as reach, the percentage and number that receive points from this rule, average points, what each receives at the current point assignment, distribution, a histogram showing how points are spread across each, and score impact summary, how the rule ranks in reach and contribution to the score relative to other rules.
Remind me tomorrow when we talk to Rob Jones to try to drop histogram in the call, so that he loves when we use SAT words.
In the call on the road to Unbound.
On the road to Unbound, yes.
Yes.
Why does it matter? Previously, building lead scores relied heavily on assumptions. Questions like, is anyone in my portal actually getting points for this rule? Or is this rule even making a difference in my score? Used to go unanswered until the score went live. Now, Rule Insights answer those questions in real time as you build, so you can adjust your rules and point assignments with confidence before your score ever goes live. And there's a demo video. I got early access to this. They've been building this for months. So I've kind of been able to see a few iterations of this. I'm very happy with this update. It is super common that teams get kind of stuck talking about how many points a certain page should receive. Should this page get 20 points or 15 points? And like, truly, you can get stuck for days in those types of conversation, weeks as they kind of escalate, all for pages that get 2 visits a month. So I'm very happy to see this because this is something a drum I've kind of been beating for at least most of this year, which is, as people are using AI more and visiting websites less, the actual individual actions, you're going to see so many fewer people take each one of those like micro actions. And so that means that our scores should be a little bit more broad than they used to be. We used to look at very specific pages and whether someone visited that. But now we know most people are doing a lot of their research before they even hit your website, things that are not eligible for scoring. So the actual visits and scores on those things, we need to be looking at things like this. And if less than 1% of people are acting on this rule, then should we be scoring on this specific rule at all? Sometimes yes, but sometimes no. Maybe we need to just look at all form submissions instead of this individual form submission.
Curious, just to lean into that a little bit more, how much of this helps with, so this is evaluating like a score that was built, but this doesn't actually help you build the score.
In a perfect world, you'd be using this while you're building the score, and kind of validating the fields and the filters that you're using in the score. But you are correct. Like, you have to build it in the tool before you're able to see this. But it's the score doesn't have to be live to see this. Like this, if the score was in draft, you'd be able to see how many people would be reached by the score.
For me, like, at least, I don't know, for the listeners, right? I just wrapped up, I'm about to wrap up like a lead scoring project on my side. And I thought it went relatively well, but it has to start from a closed one. Who are your customers and what journey did they take perspective to help build a score that's even relevant, right? In the first place. Like, it needs to start at the end to see what data happened, like doing that, walk me through a recent customer who closed, tell me all the things that they did and interacted with, and what data do you even have available to help you build that. So I think if you start from that place, then you build this, and then you can see the reach, and then tweak from there is probably my recommendation. AI has made that process so much easier. Also, if you're able to just pull all of your contact data down and compare it with close won deals and really see the trends, it's been, I don't know, it's work that I would never have done otherwise, honestly.
Yep. We were talking about this last week, Casey. Like humans really can't do what they should do, which is just continuing trend analysis, and like it's all relative in a lot of cases, right? Like the score impact summary relates to the other rules always, right? And when everybody's creating their own versions of the rules, you know, that client you're talking about, Ryan, like there's a super targeted specific data set coming in to help immensely with scoring in that situation, right? So having that, like, usually often isn't on the table, or, you know, folks create their own scores. Like, so yeah, get some help from AI. Don't treat it like one and done. Now you have this kind of tool to easily understand this stuff, like, as you go. And this should make the weekly exercises that you should have been doing for a while, at least if you have volume, that much easier. So I imagine the more we interact with things like this, the easier it will be, and the better, you know, Breeze Assistant will get at helping you manage and maintain and build new scores. So progress being made. Man, so much stuff on the list. Let's pick one more, or do we want to, let's say we get into Will It Breeze? Any others that we need to tag for review at some point this week? AI native ad creation experience.
Did you talk? I don't think you talked about that yesterday. Relevant information, emails, and Breeze Canvas.
We did talk about that one. Let's just say, yes, we like relevant information. Yes, we like actionable search results is something that's higher on the page. So thank you for helping Breeze Assistant be relevant and actionable. We will always appreciate those updates, and hopefully we don't have to explain why. But always interesting to go in there and understand, it wasn't relevant or actionable before. Now it is, and now here's why.
I think the mobile calendar access for all HubSpot users, like, I don't use the mobile app. I'm not sure why. Like, it's just not part of my day-to-day, but I've been seeing a lot of social positive commentary on what the mobile app has been doing. And this seems relevant, like, to see your count. Like, you don't need to toggle between your phone calendar and your HubSpot app calendar to see if it's integrated. Could we dive into that one if we have time? Or did you guys do that one already yesterday?
No. Looks pretty simple, though. You can now connect your Google Calendar, Office 365, or Exchange Calendar to the HubSpot mobile app. regardless of your hub or subscription tier, which makes me think it was locked away in Sales Hub seat land. I don't know that for sure, but since they're calling that out, must have been behind probably Sales and Service Hub seats.
So it's not that you couldn't access a calendar on the mobile app. It's that
only Sales Hub.
Previously connecting a calendar in the mobile app required Sales Hub Pro or Enterprise with an assigned sales seat, because of course salespeople are the only ones that want to use the HubSpot mobile app. Apparently that's not the case, and they've unlocked it for everybody. So thank you, HubSpot. Will it breeze? I always want to search, like, just add this in the URL, like, will it breeze? But I guess we're not that big yet.
Not yet.
Will it breeze? Spin the wheel. The automation we already built. Tasks. Explain. Man, this is so good. Maybe the team was
pretty
listening
good
while you were like processing, or maybe this was you, Casey. You're like, man,
I
I
didn't
wish
do
Chris
anything.
would stop complaining about these breeze spins.
I did nothing. I did nothing to
team.
this.
Or the agent team has just been paying attention as you process the show, and like, because we're on a run here. Like, this is really good.
This is very good. Yeah.
Using tasks, can you explain this to someone brand new across the automation we already built? All right. I don't know how friendly folks' tasks environment. Oh, by the way, Breeze Assistant moving to the left side of the screen.
That surprised me today, but that's fine.
Yeah.
No.
Caught me off guard yesterday. At this point, it's like, are they just messing with us?
It opened up. Yeah, this one surprised me, but we're good. We're great.
Yeah. I mean, it does. It's better than the plus that was here. I'll say, like, it's just like
move, right?
How dramatic. Anybody that was used to using the plus, like, which I never recommended for process reasons, anyways. Using tasks, can you explain this to someone brand new across the automation we already built? I'm going to ground this in your account context and current page first. All right, that's an initial mistake. I have about 12 things on the page that could be this, as I ask for random explainers. But which update do you want explained? And it's actually not any of these. Are they all like lower on the page? Okay, because I've got it like 50 per page. But how about the contracts API? How should I explain it? I always choose all of the above. Most folks might want to choose just plain language there. But this is probably my favorite Breeze outcome so far. Like, everybody, please start using Breeze Assistant to do things like this. Explain stuff to yourself so that you can learn how to explain it to other folks on your team.
Can you make the canvas like full page or?
Yep, we will. While we wait for that, pretty big announcement that I was supposed to have ready, but now
I did try.
I realized I was looking at a reply and probably don't want to show that reply. But yeah, Obsessed is in new hands and getting even more HubSpot expertise. Value First team has acquired Obsessed and will be offering new courses and boot camp. An honor and a pleasure to get this handoff from Ryan Gunn. If you're on the list already, it's a really great message from Ryan here. He's excited to start a new job, new chapter at HubSpot. really excited to see what he does there as a product marketer on the Marketing Hub team.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not signed up, head over to hubsess.io to subscribe, and you'll
Never been a better time to subscribe.
I think they'll get a copy of this. They get a copy right away. We'll make sure you get a copy right away.
I don't think so. Yeah.
We'll make it happen. All right. That's what we're about, making sure you're aware and educated. Thanks to my friends Casey and Ryan Ginsberg here on the show with us. I gotta say your last name because we're talking about Ryan Gunn over here.
It's been thought of to rebrand as Ryan Ginsberg, but maybe next year.
And I definitely can't chance it when doing anything with AI right now. Like, all Ryans have to be spelled out, every letter. But also Madeline Donovan, Zach Hushin, and Joshua Oakes all played a role in us getting to take care of Obsessed and all the audience and subscribers that Ryan has built over the years. So really excited about that. And just stay tuned on the way to Unbound. We're going to be, talking about this stuff every day. Ryan's laid a great foundation, and, this is why we show up every day with the show anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So we're excited to have this, additional channel and platform to, continue to grow. So.
Yes, I am super excited. Excited to continue the work that Ryan's done, as well as kind of build upon it. So, what a day.
What a day. I was thinking yesterday after our meetup, I need to start hiring George to be like a hype man. Since it can be hard to express my excitement, unless we're talking HubSpot data model and orders, right? Then we get super excited. But much more to come there. And if you're on the list, or if you're not, and you have feedback of courses, boot camps, training, content, whatever it is in HubSpot you've been missing, maybe it relates to Revenue Hub or AI ROI, just saying. We're looking forward to creating more educational content to serve in a lot of these gaps. So I'm just asking Bree's assistant to make a visual, please, because it wrote a book. Since I said all of the above, it did that. So a lot of people aren't going to read through this. Most people will not read through this. So
what's interesting about this specific ask, though, we talk a lot about how many of these are realistic, and I have a client whose marketing ops person left. They just hired a new CMO. I'm spending a lot of time, both myself trying to figure out what the marketing ops person was doing and helping kind of translate this to some of the new employees. So yeah, I think this is this might be an exact Breeze prompt I could use.
Almost certainly. And again, one of the pains for admins is either keeping up or explaining new stuff to folks. Not even new stuff, just anything in HubSpot. Explaining it to others is challenging because, first of all, everybody's not good at this part, making maps and making flow diagrams. Breeze does it so easily. And my favorite aspect of this, and it already suggests it, a cleaner exec style version. Ryan knows what it's like to try and sell contracts to execs. Well, we're going to ask for that. I was going to go the sales leadership route, but again, sales leadership, executives, finance, just ask Breeze to spin it that way. Boardroom simple, fewer words, bigger idea.
Just make sure it contains a dashboard. Future state dashboard is going to be important for the executive room.
Yep. And tying it back full circle to the beginning, when we talk about why would you do 1,000 credits for a blog post? If that blog post was like, oh man, we've been working on this content pillar and it's more like content pillar-ish, and you're trying to explain the strategy to executives, like right after, like give me a one-pager that describes the strategy and why we spent 1,000 credits, which you might have to answer for at some point. Like, this is actually better than and easier than the one pagers I ask my agent team for in Cloud Code. Like, I can't get them down to one page to like save my life. So when it comes to like what you do in HubSpot, what you do outside of HubSpot, it's very rarely going to be. It's hard to make it an either or, I think. So you find where the strengths are, and this is, let's just take it one more further, and then we'll. And then Casey, you've got the admin's hug on your screen.
Close enough.
Right? Which I had ready yesterday and then didn't say anything. So what's going on today over there in 55 minutes?
Reporting overhaul. Reporting is a common pain point. Oh, you have somewhere else. You're not on. Reporting is a common pain point I hear from people. And while reporting has gotten a lot better in HubSpot over the last few years, it also has kind of added complexity at the same time. So today they're going to have project manager Sarib Haroon. I wish I hadn't done this live. As he talks about what's new, what's coming, and answers your questions about the reporting tools.
Oh man, I would love to have a conversation to discuss this phrase. Reporting is a key skill for any admin. Is it anymore? Or is it something we want to talk to Breeze about? Anyways, and then look at that. Attribution reporting next week.
Attribution reporting next week.
September 1st. Not like we just, took over an attribution-focused education platform.
As if we did.
So that will be cool to see. And yeah, I think that's where we'll wrap for today. Everybody have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Thanks, everybody.